Hi, this is Gabby, Pat Miller, and we are here for our weekly The Gab visit. And this week, I hate to say they're old, but they're really old friends. Guys from 240 Union. They're not only friends, I think you're family, I would say. Welcome, Michael and Matthew. Introduce yourselves.
I'm Michael Coghlin, and I'm the owner of 240 Union. And Pat, thanks for having us on the show today.
And I don't know how many years it's been, but it's been forever. I don't know. It is family.
It is family.
And Matthew, you were a baby.
Yeah, no kidding.
When this all started. Introduce yourself, though.
I'm Matthew Franklin. I'm the executive chef at 240 Union.
And you're going to have to move up just a little so that we hear you on the mic better.
There we go.
That's better. I don't want to miss all your famous words. Okay, well, let's start with the fact that life is crazy. We're living a quarantine. They've lifted some of it. Do you want to start with a little history of the restaurant, or do you want to start with a little history of what's been happening now? Why don't you talk about the restaurant?
I think the restaurant is easier to talk about because you can never talk about today because it's going to change in 24 hours. So
no, 24 minutes.
24 minutes. The the restaurant, we started off as the fish market, 32 years ago. This coming November will be our 32nd birthday. And we were lucky to, come upon this with our good friend Noel Cunningham. And we elected to, change it from the fish market and totally redid the whole restaurant back in 1992 and changed the name just at the same time and called it street address, 240 Union. It was a pretty easy thing to do.
Okay, when you redid the restaurant then, you still had the dip in the middle, right?
No. The first, no. We got rid of the what we call the pit.
Oh, okay, that's polite.
Yeah, and so that's how we leveled off the restaurant and made it all kind of one equal floor, so that it was much more contemporary, much easier for our guests to get around. And in addition to that, we opened up the whole restaurant. We got rid of all that nautical bric-a-brac. We opened up the kitchen so that it's a full 42 feet of hot stoves and wood-burning ovens and mesquite grills. And so our guests can see the whole action from the kitchen.
Well, when I see that, every time I come in, all I can think of is, Matthew, this has got to be a group that behaves.
Yeah.
Because back of the house, whether it was Noel or whoever, was not always best behavior. And here you have no choice.
You have to be on your best behavior and mind your P's and Q's.
You can cuss somebody under your breath, but not that they can see you. Because, most of it really is done on the open kitchen.
Oh, everything, Pat. Yeah. There's prep in the back, but every meal that goes out, comes right from the front line. And I think really that it's part of the show, Pat. That make the restaurant feels like theater. And, the kitchen is the stage, and Matthew and his team put together a great act twice a day.
Time to showbiz, time for showtime. But if somebody hasn't been there, but you see a spit with all the chickens, and then there's this oven for the pizzas, and all the fish, and all of that is just plain view. Right,
we have a lot, and it gives the opportunity for our guests to come up to the front line and converse with the chefs or the cooks or whatever up there, and also they can really kind of truthfully watch the food cook, and so that in this time or at any time, we take the utmost in being sanitized and clean and wearing gloves and the whole ball of wax.
Well, and now it's okay. So, all right, if you hop forward, because you could seat a lot of people originally.
Oh, we could seat 220 people in this restaurant.
Right, and not uncomfortably.
Oh no, no, our tables are, this is in New York City. This is Lakewood, Colorado.
Yeah.
Even though our landlords sometimes feel like the rent should be like New York City.
Well,
However, there's adequate space between tables.
okay, so now how many can you seat now?
Well, up to 50.
Okay, so that's all
It's still the same protocol that the Colorado Health Department has required. So up to 50, and we might do a turn and a half a night now, or a turn and a half at lunch. So we're probably averaging 75 to 125 guests, lunch or dinner. So
wow. Okay, and now your patio is really an enclosed space.
that is correct.
But
So
it's still a patio.
It's yeah, but unfortunately it's not open air. So
Oh, they won't let you use it.
no. That's just part of the protocol, and then that's seating at every other table. So we'll make do, and it's a challenge, and I think every restaurateur across America has the same challenge that we have.
Oh, true. And trying to make it now is not like life used to be. I mean, Matthew, tell us, like, is it difficult to get product, or did you have to change your menu to accommodate all these people? All these lack of people.
The menu seasonally, but I think
Come closer.
When we first started back, products were iffy. There was definitely a shortage of a lot of different products that we just couldn't get. They weren't growing, they weren't picking, they weren't manufacturing, whatever. There was just a lot of subs and outs from a lot of different purveyors. But it seems to be getting better now, and prices all just kind of fell back in place a little bit.
Oh, they did?
A little bit better than they were.
Because I heard a lot of it was just sky high prices.
Oh, well, you're absolutely correct.
Oh, okay. Are meat prices still real high?
They're
coming down.
They're more than they were.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, they're more expensive. Price of pork is much more expensive today than it was back in February.
I like
of, prime rib, yeah. Is ironically, some prices are coming back to normal. So
okay, you just said prime rib. Now, I know for years you've had prime rib night on Sunday.
That is correct.
Yeah? Are you still doing that?
Oh, absolutely. And as it works out, Sunday is our best night of the week.
I'm sure.
Because it's the best deal in town. For $22 to get yourself a nice 10 to 11 ounce cut of prime rib it's amazing. And so
aren't there vegetables or something on the plate too?
Sure, it comes with au jus, horseradish cream, mashed potatoes, and green beans, just like your mama would have made it.
My mama wouldn't have made it, and my kid's mama sure wouldn't have made it, because that would be me. Would I eat it? Yes. But no, it always is a great fun night and a great bargain. So, it's interesting that people are still coming out, which is super.
Well, and it's really a blessing, and it is a little bit of our older clientele. However,
that's
I think
really good.
And that's is awesome. But our staff takes every precaution to make sure that we are in compliance, and I think that our guests see that, and so that's why they continue to support us through not only on Sundays but through the week and through all the many years that we've been in business.
Are they following the rules and wearing masks? The guests. Okay. Because I worry more about the other people than I do about the restaurant. But I really have not ventured out very much. Do you do delivery?
No delivery, but we do have pickup inside the restaurant, or if you do call, we'll be more than happy to do a curbside.
Okay. That's a long drive. I could sure go for some of that chicken or fish or yesterday's soup and these good. What are some of the fun things you're doing for summer, Matt?
I'm waiting for, I think the Olathe corn is coming soon.
I saw it was here someplace.
I
Just got.
saw some in my fridge at home, so I think my wife was on it the other day at King Soopers.
That's where I saw. I heard.
We'll be getting some Olathe corn coming soon, and some Palisade peaches, Rocky Ford melons. But summer is a great time for produce in Colorado.
It's the only time to eat tomatoes.
That as well. We're getting some beautiful heirloom tomatoes that are coming from Longmont.
Yeah, well, lucky you. I'm not. And I love. Now, do you have the bar open? Your bar area?
Say it again, Pat.
You have the bar area open?
Oh, the bar is open, limited seating, with a bar that used to seat 20, now it seats 8. But the cocktail lounge is also available for our happy hour, which runs every day from 4 to 6:30. And those tables in the lounge are 6 foot apart. And so, although not as busy as it used to be, but we still get a good trade of a clientele coming through for happy hour and to sit at the bar. A lot of our patrons just like to sit at the bar.
Well, here's one. I love to sit at the bar, but it's 2 of us here, and then 8 feet down, there's another 2. So
right.
It's not exactly like visiting at the bar used to be.
No, that the camaraderie ship is a little lacking, but again, we'll get to the other side.
And you're always famous for your bread and your rolls and your breadsticks.
Oh yeah, still a Don. Our pastry chef has been with Matthew and myself for 25 years, and he makes that bread the same way every day.
I also remember a question on the radio once was, how many breadsticks did you make? And it was his number, something like a football field.
Oh, absolutely.
Every day. Okay,
I can remember that someone on the show asked us to, package our breadsticks and sell them at Safeway or King Soopers. And I had to tell the person, I go, we stretch the dough by hand every day. It's a machine's not making this. It's all hand done.
Oh, that took care of that.
They're all still made with love.
Yeah. Okay, Matthew, if I said, share something, one of your easy things to do for those of us stuck at home for dinner or lunch, something. Do you have a recipe, maybe?
I'm waiting for the Palisade peaches and just wait for those to be juicy and ripe, and toss some with some olive oil, splash of balsamic vinegar, a little bit of sea salt, and some burrata or gorgonzola, Maytag blue, whatever cheese you like. But the peaches and cheese, it's almost
lettuce or no?
Maybe a little arugula, or a little, some sort of mesclun, summer greens a little bit. If you wanted to put in a little radicchio or something for a little bitter. And
first I need the peach. I have to get the peach first.
So yeah, another week or 2, we should start getting some peaches.
Oh, I hope so. And before we talk about everything in general, you have a fabulous wine list too.
Yeah, that we still do, and I think we've made a few adjustments, and I think we now have 12 wines for $25. You can't beat the price. No. And then I think we have about 20 wines by the glass, and then in addition to the 100 other wines that we have by the bottles. So prices are very reasonable. I would prefer to sell wine than dust wine. So.
I agree. And a lot of places, I don't know the answer, are doing cocktails to go as well.
And we do have a system that allows our bartenders to make drinks to go. The only thing you have to do when you get home is just add the ice.
I could do that, but
that's a tough call.
My only problem is getting it, but we will find a way very shortly. How is it? Are the wait staff happy? Because I hear that a lot of them don't think they're making enough money because there's only 50 seats. A lot of them think they'll make more money staying home, which is going to end soon.
I could answer yes to both those. However, I think that our staff is mature enough to know, and they've, been our support of the restaurant, that they have all, I think 80% of our staff has come back to work. And the fact that they do care about 240 Union and that they do care about our guests, that they made that sacrifice to come back and work. And although it's at a little lesser rate, I think in the long run it's going to pay off.
Right. I don't know whether you read, but Danny Meyer quit no tipping.
Oh, okay.
Because I guess in order to get staff back,
yeah,
they didn't want no incentive. They wanted an incentive. I made that part up. The part that they're not doing it is true.
Sure.
But, it becomes a real issue, and it's hard for people. And I think a lot of people worry about if they're going to keep this up. I mean, right now it's until October. Well, that's outdoor dining till October 31st.
Okay.
But the whole thing becomes a real problem. So,
well, again, I hate to reiterate, but I think if we were to follow, what the government has said, keep our mask on for the next 30 days. And I think they're going to put, we're going to put this, we'll never put the virus to bed. However, it will definitely lower the fatalities.
Right. I think you're going to get to a point where you're wearing a mask is going to be no different than putting on a hat in the sun. It's going to become a way of life.
I think you're probably correct. I hate to say it, I think you're correct, but you probably are.
Wow, once. Well, before we end any of this, I think we need a name, an address, hours, because I know you do lunch and dinner, so I'll let you do all that.
Certainly. Well, this is 240 Union Restaurant, and believe it or not, we're located at 240 Union Boulevard in Lakewood. Our phone number here is 303-989-3562. Monday through Friday, we operate from 11 to 9, and on Saturday and Sunday, we operate from 5 to 9. Happy to take your reservation, and we look forward to taking care of all of our guests.
Okay, if somebody wants pickup or carryout, they can call the restaurant and order it.
Yes, they can. And we're more than happy to either bring it out to your car, or you can kind of, come on in. We'll take your credit card over the phone. So it's a 15-second transaction.
It'd be even more interesting if you'd bring it to my car that's parked in the garage.
All right. What's the code number, and we'll get that over to you.
You actually have no idea, because every time I told somebody 240 was my guest, I said, they have so many. Well, Matthew's known for fish.
Yes.
I'm not calling you names. I'm calling you something you do really well. And just dreaming of that piece of cod that you do. And my friends want the pork chop, and I want the cod and a chunk of chicken, so I have something during the day. Nobody does it better. So you all are great with everything. Your prices are reasonable. And it's just been family forever. And I just hope that in 5 years, we're still drinking and toasting and seeing each other. I can't thank you enough, both of you, for being here. Have a great weekend.
It's our pleasure.
Eat, enjoy, and I'm here thinking of you. Much love. Thank you.
Thank you, Pat.
And thank you all for listening. Go ahead.
Thanks, Pat.
Thank you. Thank you all for listening. See you again next week. Much love.